Alright, so today I'm covering, as you just saw, Probiotics 101. This is really just going to give you a gist of why probiotics are so important to the diet, why you need to include them. I've already kind of given you a brief explanation of why you need them in my previous videos, remembering the foundational 4 supplements that every person needs in their diet. You need your multivitamin, because we're not getting enough nutrients from our food because they're not reaching full maturity these days and they're mass produced. Fish oil, because nobody eats enough fish, let's be real here, to get the proper omega-3 content that they need to help with overall health, which I mentioned the benefits to having a proper dose of omega-3 and proper amounts of omega-3 in my Fish Oil 101 video. Then you have your probiotics, which I'm going to cover with you today. So it all starts and begins with your gut. If you don't have a healthy gut, you're not going to be absorbing your nutrients properly, and it's not really going to matter what you put in your body. So if you want to get the results, you got to have a healthy gut. If your gut's compromised, it's going to lead to stress problems, it's going to lead to weight gain, it's going to lead to inflammation, inability to lose fat. So probiotics, as you can already tell, are important. And then you have protein powders, which I'm going to cover next week. And protein powders are important because nobody gets enough protein in their diet from their everyday meals. Nobody eats enough protein at each meal. That's a lot of protein that you need to eat just to sustain lean body mass, specifically 1 gram per 2 pounds of body weight, or you could even go so far as to say 1 gram per kilogram of weight. But I'll cover that more next week. So let's delve into probiotics real fast. So with probiotics, you have 3 specific types, and those specific types have specific strains, and I'll cover the strains in a little bit. But your 3 specific types are your lactobacilli, your bifidobacteria, and then your Saccharomyces. Those are your 3 most important, and you'll often see the lactobacilli preceding its specific strand by an L, period, and the bifidobacteria leading with a B, period, Saccharomyces leading with an S, period. That's how you often see it labeled on supplements. And I'll show you examples of that when I cover the specific strains here in a little bit. But what is a probiotic in general? A probiotic is pretty much going to be healthy bacteria, or not pretty much, it is. It's healthy bacteria for your gut that helps to lead to a healthier digestive system. With a healthy digestive system, you get the idea, you're going to be digesting things properly, as you should be, if you will. But then you have prebiotics, which people often get the two confused. Probiotics is the bacteria. Prebiotics is the food for the bacteria. And that food, the prebiotics, if you will, is going to help the bacteria to continue to grow and maintain its health benefits for you. It's more or less giving it an environment to thrive in. And then you have a couple facts that are really important to cover when it comes to probiotics, just to kind of give you a gist of how important they are and give you an idea of why they're that important. So specifically, the gut has 100 million neurotransmitters. So neurotransmitters are, as you can tell, brain transmitters, transmission. So it's signals to the brain, in short, to basically all sorts of things with your body. All feelings, emotions, actions, if you will, neurotransmitters cause such things. But with those 100 million neurotransmitters in the gut specifically, you can understand why having probiotics can actually improve anxiety and stress. Because if you've got a healthy gut, you got a healthy brain, healthy mind. Just the basic idea. Then you also have the possibility of allergies and sensitivities from having a compromised gut. With that compromised gut, about 70% of your immune system is actually located in your digestive tract. So if you have a compromised gut, what other problems do you think you're going to suffer from? Your body's not going to be absorbing foods properly. It's going to be considering a lot of abusive foods, and I consider abusive foods when you eat the same food over and over and over again. So that's why I also encourage a variety of proteins, a variety of vegetables, a variety of fruits, a variety of carbs, a variety of healthy fats. You eat the same thing over and over again, your body's going to consider it a sensitivity eventually. It's just because of, quote, food abuse. And as you continue to do that with a compromised gut, you're basically leading to continuous health problems and inflammation in the gut, in short. But if you've got a healthy gut, you can continue to eat the same thing over and over again, but I still encourage a variety. That's how you're going to get the best results. And then it's actually, in fact, where 80 to 90% of your body's serotonin actually is. That's your gut specifically. That's where it all originates from. More specifically, not just the gut, the gastrointestinal tract, also known as the GI tract, is actually where the serotonin, 90% of the serotonin in your body actually resides. So those are just a couple of the facts. And I hope that it all made sense. If it didn't, comment below. Let me know. I can be more specific with you on a case-by-case basis. Excuse me, I'm going through my notes. I want to make sure I cover everything that I wanted to cover with you guys. So, but why does everyone need a probiotic? I mean, we kind of covered what it is, what it can do for you, how we help our probiotics, the specific types. We're going to cover the strains in a second. But why is it so important on a case-by-case basis? Because everybody's going to need it for different reasons. You might have a couple of people that share a couple things as for why they need probiotics. So a couple of the things that probiotics can do is it actually increases the ability for your gut to actually process and digest food, as well as regulate your bowels. It helps to control inflammation, which restores organisms within the colon, improving your colon health. Reduces the incidence of yeast infections for things like vaginitis and candida. It increases your body's ability to synthesize vitamins, which you'll get from your foods, also from your multivitamins. It helps with healthy weight management, so it does so by limiting inflammation, which allows fat to be mobilized inside of the body, and when your body's not suffering from inflammation, it's not storing fat. Then you have the antibacterial compounds that are produced from probiotics, which actually help to push out the bad bacteria. So obviously those aren't your probiotics. In addition to that, it also helps to reduce the excitability of the nerves in the gut, which can also help to control anxiety levels. At the same time, it also helps to alleviate common digestive tract disorders such as irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, as well as Crohn's disease. And also at the same time, it can even help to reduce your cholesterol. So those are just a couple of the reasons why probiotics are so good for you. And then we have what I call the 4 R's of healing your gut. Remove, repair, rebuild, and reduce. So basically what remove is referring to is removing the processed foods from your diet, those with sugar, flour, vegetable oil. The repair is referring to, of course, repairing your gut wall. And the way you can do that is by drinking bone broth, eating more healthy fats like mixed nuts, coconut oil. You can even take cod liver oil or other fish oils as well. Then you want to rebuild the microbiomes in your gut. And the way you're going to do that is by consuming more fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, kombucha, sauerkraut. Those are just a couple. Then you have reduce, and when I say reduce, I'm referring to your stress levels. Find out what's stressing you out and jot it down and figure out ways you can dissolve that stress. I know it's easier said than done, but you can even practice meditation. Also at the same time, getting more active, getting more steps in the day. Get a step tracker, get 10,000 steps a day. That'll help as well. So those are the 4 R's to healing your gut, really. And now I'm going to get into the strains of probiotics. So the probiotics, there's a lot of different strains. There are 10 ones that I strongly recommend you look for in all of your probiotics. I actually only get 7 of the 10, which I'm happy getting at least those 7. And I'm going to explain to you what each of those does. So your first one is going to be your lactobacillus strains. So you have your acidophilus, lactobacillus acidophilus, which relieves gas and bloating, which also helps to improve your lactose intolerance. Then you have your lactobacilli casei, or lactobacillus casei, or casei, however you want to pronounce it. It boosts your immune system and also helps to fight infections. Then you have your lactobacillus brewis, which also helps to kill bad bacteria, specifically H. pylori, and helps to boost cellular immunity. Then you have your lactobacillus bulgaricus, which helps to fight off bad bacteria as well in the digestive tract, but also helps to neutralize toxins and produce its own antibiotics in the gut. And then you have your lactobacillus rhamnosus, which is the other important lactobacillus strand, and its primary function is to help fight off urinary tract infections, reduce stress hormones, and ease anxiety, and helps to support your healthy skin. So those are your lactobacillus. Then we get into your bifidobacterium. And the first one is Bifidobacterium bifidum. And that helps to support the production of vitamins in the gut and also help fight off bad bacteria and prevent diarrhea, which is important. Then you have, it's important for those with a ketogenic diet because on a high fat diet, you're going to suffer from diarrhea very often. Then you have your bifidobacteria longum, which helps to detoxify specifically by removing the heavy metals and as well as lead, while also reducing inflammation. And it also helps to support liver function at the same time. Then you have your Bifidobacterium infantis, which helps to improve digestion, relieve irritable bowel syndrome, diarrhea, and constipation for those eating a lot of protein, a lot of carbs. That's important. Then you have your Bifidobacteria brevii, which helps to balance the good and bad bacteria. And that really closes off the Bifidobacterium. And then we get into the most important Saccharomyces boulardii. That's the most common form of Saccharomyces you're going to find, and it's a yeast probiotic which also helps to restore the natural gut flora in the intestines. And that pretty much sums up all the essential strains of probiotics that I recommend looking for whenever you look for a probiotic on the shelf. Thanks for tuning in and watching my Probiotics 101 video. Be sure to like, comment, and share to enter my giveaway for some free programming for nutrition and exercise. And also, please subscribe to the AlphaFit Solutions YouTube page.